Hi Gemini, hi, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi my friends, how are you? Wonderful to see you, wonderful that you've tapped in. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe, and if you would like to be notified whenever I publish new content, please hit the bell icon with all. Please also make sure that you're still subscribed if you have been a subscriber of mine, because sometimes YouTube just throws off subscribers. So check that out, okay? The way this works, I receive a channeling for you and a healing chanting, and then also the message comes through for you. Okay, Gemini, what I got for you, and we do have a new deck, which is really gorgeous. It's from the Illustrated Crystallery, and you have the amethyst. And you may have been drawn to the amethyst for quite some while. And as you can see, we have like a gorgeous crescent moon in there and then the sun that is coming up, but we'll get to that. And it says expand into wonder. So this is quite a gorgeous card to have. And what I was getting for you, Gemini, was frequently healing, go, big cards, big heads. And then I was like, okay, why all these words and how exactly do they fit in? And it was the message for you not being able to make full sense of the messages you are receiving as of yet. Maybe you have been able to make some sense of what you have been receiving, Gemini, but not the full picture, and that is okay. You will get there gradually. Do not stress about it, truly. What I noticed as I was shuffling the cards, they didn't go together as smoothly, and there was lots of higher energies that wanted to come through here for you, okay? So that's what I was getting for you. Like I said, it wasn't that much from the channeling, and we'll um, go right into your amethyst card, which is so interesting because it's the druid of the amethyst is actually the head of you. And if you've ever looked into an amethyst druid, like, it's amazing. It's really sparkly and it's just wonderful and so awesome that nature brings about these sorts of things, right? And your card reads, imagine lying on your back, looking up at the endless indigo twilight as night's first stars appear. Feel the freedom of being a small part of this vast and deepening dance in the gloaming between day and night. This peaceful, joyful wonder is Amethyst's gift. It starts in your heart and swirls up into your head, encouraging you to dream your brightest future and step into your wisest self. Magic exists in life interstitial spaces, amethysts will tell you. Find your magic, your expansiveness, in the moment between your in-breath and your out-breath, in the space between day and night, or in the soft, gooey selfness that exists always where your head meets your heart. And the questions, and I'll post like the rest over on Patreon, and there's also a ritual, Seeing Love attached, which I'll also post over on Patreon. It's available with a $2 tier if you want your extended as well. And the healing chanting, that would be the $11 tier, but it's described over there. And the Land of Dreams is interesting. So work with the amethyst, like put it under your pillow because it takes you traveling, right? It's safe and it, well, it provides safety and protection as you sleep, and it guards off negative energies. So the questions you can ask yourself here: what dreams are languishing? What dreams are ready to be called into the material world so they can be part of your waking reality? And we'll get to the big cards immediately, actually, which is so interesting for you, Gemini, because they didn't want the tarot, and I knew this immediately. They wanted the shamanic oracle deck. So these are my heavy hitters, so to speak, but fear not. It's all good. And I feel like 3 want to come out. It's so freaking interesting because I was thinking the next reading that we're going to do is going to be the moon reading. So the new moon in Cancer, and we had the moon here and we have the moon card out. So some of you may have indeed been working with the moon, work with the moon magic, clear your crystals, clear your potions, right? Charge your potions also. There's something about the summer solstice also. Ancient cultures used to use the summer solstice. This was one event of the year, for example, that they all would use, because it was quite powerful. And we recently visited a site and I immediately knew I had to walk barefoot. So trust your intuitive nudges because they're so right. And as I was walking there, a man noticed me doing this and he came up to me and asked if I was doing it because of the energies of the summer solstice, because the place had been charged. And I was like, that is so interesting, because I'm not necessarily that tuned into the summer solstice. Neither do you have to be. It's just a matter of listen to the signs that are being presented to you, much in the sense of, like we were saying in the channeling, it's like you receive nudges that you won't be able to make sense of at first, but just trust that they'll come in eventually. And we have the number 37, which is breaking down to a 10, and that breaks down to a 1. So it's really a completely new cycle. And with this new moon in Cancer, that is directly tied into your reading, funnily enough, it's like tied into our emotional worlds. What do we really want? Like from the heart space, what do we really want? And go from there. And it's a great time to manifest, like I said, to charge your stuff and to also clear your stuff. And I want to put that right here. And there's something about magnetism as well, your own and that of the moon. The sense that I'm getting is the pulsing feeling to look at this moon. I mean, you won't really see it, but if you know where it is, you can kind of tune into the energies of this Cancer moon. Sit on the earth and feel her pulse, and then connect yourself through your crown with the moon. This will bring you a lot of relief, actually, is what they're saying. So you may have been, or may be haunted by some haunted in parentheses, by some negative thinking here, by some self-sabotaging for some of you, and it is just time to dream big, to go where you've never gone before, Gemini. Yeah, and I love this. I really do, because when you start to break out of your own limiting beliefs and out of your own self-created, not necessarily self-created, because they've been mostly created by others or superimposed by others, and then you just adopt them, because as a child you don't necessarily question what is going on around you, or are able to work through it, but as an adult you are. So there may some topics be coming up regarding your past, but this is only to push you further in the direction of what you really actually want. And I now want to bring in the clear quartz, yeah, for sure, to help clear this a little bit here for you. We have angel wings around you, so there's a lot going on, like angelic energies. Do remember to call upon them as well, because they're there. But just a reminder, if you need help, or to set the intention in the morning for the day, what do you want this day to be like? This is where it starts, in small, kind of like in a small kind of like an area, right? It doesn't have to be like the hugest thing you start with, but if you set the intention for the day, today I want my day to be happy, to be peaceful, I want to learn this and that, I want to learn how to give more, please give me the opportunity, show me the opportunity, and be with me so I can learn easily, right? Just ask for their support. Yeah. Oh my God, and we have the moon cycle again. Okay, this could not be more clear. You have the blade. Now the blade can cut really harshly, but it can also be like a great weapon of defense, or great usage, because also ancient cultures, they used, blades in rituals specifically. I think they still do this too. And some of them were made out of crystal stones, actually. And we have, again, the moon cycles here. Actually, no, this is good. We have the number 6 here, and this is a leader, leadership position. And it's crazy that the moon would show up like this. So do look up how to work best with the moon. Do really feel into this, okay? And also the blade is for thinking, right? And this is Gemini, this is air, communication, thinking. It's in those realms. So something is being triggered here within your thinking, that will be made known to you through the emotions that you are feeling. And it's interesting, because Sean Kelly, his YouTube channel, Sean Kelly, we had a conversation that isn't published yet, but that I will be publishing within the next couple of days. And he actually like send me a post, and he has a post on his Instagram, which is like when an angel touches you, just like briefly, because their frequency is so much higher that they just need to like really just a tiny bit that may make you drop to your knees, right? But not um, if this has happened to you, you know completely this is not in like bow to me kind of a style. This is not overpowering. It's just in the sense of overwhelming gratitude and love that will make you drop to your knees. It's like quite the incredible experience if you've ever felt this, or you may have because this is coming up here for you. Okay. Yeah. So your next card out is the Taming of the Wind. And again, we have air energy. So very much your element, Gemini, 55 breaking down to a 10. So we have another 10, another 1. This is completely a new cycle for you. You're letting go of stuff that has been burdening you, or you have been letting go. Spheres play a role here hugely. The Taming of the Wind card is talking about how you have gone through quite a bit in your life. And this is, you did this knowingly or unknowingly, most of the time unknowingly throughout your life, but then at some point knowingly, um, to not suffer from it, but to be like the example of how you can come out of it and how you can ride the waves of life that life is presenting to you much more smoothly. And you have learned this, or you are learning this throughout the whole process that is being presented to you. And this knife here looks almost like the feather here. And this is so interesting because, of course, the blade would, you would think, can cut much harder than a feather could. But in reality, if you use the softness of your heart and are communicating from the heart, this is like the sharpest blade that you can have, because it cuts right through to the heart of another, but in the most positive sense here. And I believe communication here may even be your strong suit, Gemini. You know, speaking as a speaker, as a teacher of the, in that kind of a sense, right? To really tap into that potential of speaking to people in whatever way, because you can. Like when you communicate from the heart, it really hits home. And for that, you really have to find your voice, or you have had to find your voice, depending on where you are in your journey. But you can really have a tremendous impact, one that really cuts through, but in the most loving, gentle way. But it just, it hits directly, it hits the spot perfectly. Okay. And you must have been cultivating that in some way, maybe even, you know, hidden away, practicing that for some reason. And it may not have felt like practice, but it can. There's so many dogs in all the videos. We've been surrounded by dogs ever since we arrived here. Like anywhere we go, there are dogs. And you know, when you turn that word around, you have God. So we're surrounded by God all the time. And we really are. God is so serene here. Wow. You may be having moments like this also, where it's just like completely dropping in, and you can't believe like how serene and how peaceful your life has become, Gemini, because it may not have been in the past. And how wonderful to feel that sense of peace, that sense of serenity in such a true way, like in such a divine way, when you feel like you're completely empty in the best sense and are just so receptive to what's around you. This is when you click in with your environment. It's like a puzzle piece that completely fits in, and all of a sudden you get the full picture when before you may have not gotten it. And you weren't meant to, right? All right. No, no. So the rest is for the extended. I can't wait to pull more cards because I feel like something strong is coming on here. And I asked, to those of you that don't know this, I always ask if I should pull more cards. It's never up to me if there is, first of all, an extended, or if there is which cards I'm supposed to pull when. I'm always being told what to do when, just so you guys know. I can't wait to see you over on Patreon if you are interested. It's $11.11 a month for your extended, for all the extendeds of the entire month, for all the healing chantings, the rituals, everything else you can see over there. Food for thought was recently posted again too. If you're interested, just come check it out. I'll be happy to have you over there. And if not, I hope this was helpful to you. I'm so happy that you came to see this reading. And yeah, I may see you again next time. Bye, my friends.